Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, profitable traders and upcoming profitable traders. Welcome to today's market color, being the London session of today's market color. For the first segment of this session, I will be taking us through the analysis of the XY, GU, and EU, right? Right after me, we'll be having CJ analyzing precious metals and the yen basket. Right. So before we proceed, please, if you have an account with Okta, if you've opened an account with Okta using our IB link, can you kindly signify in chat box? While we're doing that, please kindly share the link with everyone on your various social media platforms, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and the likes of them. Please, if you have an account with Okta, signify with an emoji or words. Mr. Joseph, I see you. Kumbi does. Yeah, Mr. Sheyi, you guys are the realest MVP. Keep it coming, keep it coming. You have an account with Okta. You've opened an account with Okta using our IB link. Please share on chat box. If you do not have one with Okta, this is a very good platform for you to share, to open an account rather with Okta. I mean, they're sponsoring this market color for free. So the least we can do is actually open an account with them to show our depth of gratitude. So if you're here to create and open an account with Okta with our IB link, please kindly do so. Right? This is just a way to say thank you, Okta, for making the market color brought to us by Value Flow Trading Free. Yes, for okay, Mr. Constantine, please kindly change to our IB link. Right. Yeah, and the link to open an account with Okta has actually been dropped on the chat box. If you're on this market color and you have no account with Okta, you are wrong. Apologies for my choice of words, but you're sleeping on a big thing. Please do so, right? That's your way of showing Okta that you're very grateful for what they're doing and what they've been doing so far, sponsoring this for free. Ideally, this is supposed to be paid, but they already covered the cost and you're getting it for free. All right, while we're still in the process of inviting people and opening an account with Okta, we'll just head straight to our analysis for today. All right, so for DXY on a monthly time frame, what are we seeing? Right, we can see that price is actually to the upside, being bullish, buying to the upside on a monthly time frame. And for a weekly time frame, we can also see the bullishness of dollar, right? This swing here from point A to point B, right? Price got 50% peak level held and is pushing to the upside. I'd like to see price taking out this high on a weekly time frame and eventually trading to this FVG on a weekly time frame. So when price gets to this FVG, I expect some sort of a reaction, right? Price will trade into this FVG and subsequently take out this high on our weekly time frame for the XY. And for our daily time frame, we can actually see that price is also to the upside, right? From our monthly, weekly, and daily time frame, we are seeing a bullish dollar, right? So I'm just going to swing from point A to point
We
B.
can't see your screen, ma.
Right? What are we seeing? Price got to 61.8% fib level and it's pushing to the upside. So I am expecting and having the bias that dollar should, rather price should clear out this high on our daily time frame. This one right here, price should buy all the way to the upside and taking out this high on our daily time frame. And for our 4-hour time frame, right, dollar is to the upside, very bullish, obvious to even the blind, right? So price actually retraced into this other block on our 4-hour time frame, right? Price retraced into it, tapped into it, and is buying to the upside. So I see price coming to clear out all of this liquidity residing to the upside, right? There's liquidity here. So I expect that price should take out that liquidity and keep buying all the way on our 4-hour time frame. And what are we seeing on our 15 minutes time frame? I spotted a shoulder earlier today, right? Shoulder sweep. It's not with so much momentum to the downside. The sweep to the downside after the shoulder being formed is not with so much momentum, but after the sweep, we saw a break to the upside. So what are we anticipating? We are seeing and anticipating that dollar should, sell into the shoulder on our 15 minutes and continue its bullishness to the upside on the 15 minutes time frame for the XY. So for today, we're still bullish on dollar, right? If we're bullish on dollar, then we should be buying dollar against all other currency, right? Paired against euro, dollar is bullish, so we will be selling euro, and paired against GU too, we will be selling GU and buying the dollar, right? If we're selling GU, it means that dollar is actually strong. Now to GU. On a monthly time frame, right, can actually see that price to the downside. If you're new here and you don't understand trends and how to dictate the direction of the market, then this is a good place for you to sign up for our Forex FX Bootcamp course, right? Covers all of this, from the scratch, explaining every single thing. Won't have the luxury of time to do that here during the market color, but it will be explained extensively when you enroll for the FX Bootcamp. So on a monthly time frame, we can actually see that price is to the downside, breaking lower. And on our weekly time frame, which is quite obvious too, price is to the downside, forming lower lows and lower highs. And what are we expecting for today? So I'm going to swing from, draw my fib from point A to point B, and then price actually held at 61.8% fib level and is pushing down. So what do I expect price to do? I expect to see price taking out this low on our weekly time frame and keep selling to the downside. So I expect some sort of a reaction when price trades into this fair value gap on our weekly time frame. So price should react when it gets here and eventually trade all the way to take out this low on our weekly time frame, right? Taking out this low this week, this entire low. Expect that price should trade all the way a bit of a reaction when price gets to this fair value gap and trade all the way to take out this low on our weekly time frame. For our daily time frame, right, what are we seeing? Price actually tapped into this resistance level and is pushing to the downside, right? We had the buyers that price was going to, trade into this fair value gap on our daily time frame and continue itself to the downside. And where do we see price coming to? We see price coming into this IUFED on our daily time frame. Again, if you do not know what an IUFED is, please sign up for our FX Bootcamp course. This will be explained extensively, and it's usually the ICT traders that use the term IUFED, FVG, and what have you. So to have an in-depth understanding of how these things work, you would have to sign up for our FX Bootcamp course, and we'll take it from there, right? So when price trades into this IUFED here, I expect a bit of a reaction, but eventually price will also come and take out this low on our daily time frame. For our 4-hour time frame, right? What are we seeing? Price was bullish for a while on our 4-hour time frame. And next thing we saw price do was to take out this low, right? Aligning with the buyers that we've been having from our higher time frames, right? We saw price taking out this low and retracing, right? After an expansion to the downside, the retracement. So we saw price retracing and actually if we're going to put our fib on this swing, price was around 38.2% fib level, which is a good place for price to hold and sell off from. So price held at 38.2% fib level and continued itself to the downside. We saw a retracement again, right? And a sell-off of that region. This retracement was into the fair value gap on daily time frame for it to keep selling, right? So this retracement was price tapping into the FVG to continue itself all the way to the downside into the IUFED on our daily time frame. So we are also bearish for GU, right? For today, we are bearish for GU, right? I've been in this sale since yesterday. I saw my base formation and continuation with my variation on my 5-minute time frame, and I took the sell, right? I took the sell of GU yesterday. So I'm still holding it until 1:2 or 1:3, right? I'm still holding this trade. And if you want to, we actually have a trade call group whereby we give exact entry and exit levels. You can actually fund your Okta account if you already have an account with us, or rather with Okta using our IB link. Fund with a minimum of $100 and you will be added to the trade call group, whereby we give our entry levels and our exit levels, SL and TP inclusive. It is actually a very rich place to be. So you should actually take that up and please fund your account, get you added to the group, and we will be dropping trade calls there. We have been doing that for a while now, right? So join the train and have a jolly good ride with us. So down to EU. On a monthly time frame, you can actually see that price to the downside, breaking lower on our monthly time frame. So for our weekly time frame too, you can actually see that price is also to the downside. And this buy to the upside was just a retracement for price to keep selling, right? After buying to the upside, we saw a break of this low and a retest. So we are actually plotting our fib on this most recent swing from point A to point B. And what did we see price do? We saw price trading to 61.8% fib level, held from that level and pushed to the downside. Then we saw another retracement into 50% fib level, which is a good place for price to hold and continue itself to the downside. So price got to 50% fib level and is selling to the downside. Where do we see price coming into? See price taking out this low, even this low here, then trading all the way into this fair value gap on our weekly time frame and eventually taking out this low. Of course, this is our weekly time frame, so it will gradually take place, right? It won't take place at once. It will take place over an extended period of time. So for our daily time frame, what do we see? We are actually seeing that price is also to the downside, right? Price is to the downside on our daily time frame. And we're just going to do this, right? So price got to 78.6% fib level and is pushing to the downside. For our 4-hour time frame, right? Price is also to the downside. So between checking my value flow model, I saw that between EU and GU, EU is actually the preferred sell because EU is way weaker than GU is, right? Rather, Euro is way weaker than the pound is. So if we're taking this sell of EU, this sell on EU or GU, the most preferred sell will be EU, right? So we're seeing that price to the downside. Price actually tapped into this IOFED here and kept selling to the downside. And what we're seeing for today is that price should keep selling to the downside. On the fundamental side of things, there is no high impact news that will disrupt our buyers for today. So this sell should keep happening and, breaking lower, going all the way to the downside. And for our 1-hour time frame, right, you can actually see that price is to the downside, right? You don't want to be caught in the opposite trend. You don't want to be caught buying when the overall trend is a sell. So what are we seeing? Price to the downside. And based on my own strategy, this trade has actually left me, right? My base formation, continuation, and variation on my 5-minute time frame. This trade has left me already. So all I'll be looking out for is a retracement and a base formation and continuation on my 1-hour time frame and my bearish variation on my 5-minute time frame. If you want an in-depth understanding and explanation of how the base strategy works, please, we will not be going in depth here during the market color on how the base strategy works, but you can sign up for our FX bootcamp course to have an understanding, extensive understanding of all the strategies that we use here at the floor. You can have that when you sign up for our FX bootcamp course. So that will be the end of my analysis for today, for this morning session, this London session. We'll be meeting by 3 p.m. for a recap. Please, if you have a bias, on what has been analyzed, or if you have questions, please can you kindly type in chat box if you have questions. You will not see my screen. Okay, the FX bootcamp course goes for 150, but if you are among the first 25 people to sign up for the FX bootcamp course, you'll be getting it at a discount, and you'll be getting to pay 125,000 for the FX bootcamp course. I hope you're clear on that, Hussein. Any more questions before I leave your site? All right, if there are no questions, we'll be going on a brief break and we'll be having CJ come before us for his analysis. Yes, it can be done online. Once you enroll for the training, you get added to our LMS, and then we'll take it from there. So sign up for the course. All right, so we'll be going on a brief break and CJ will be coming before us. Thank you all and have an amazing trading day.
Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to the market color for today, the 26th of June, 2024. Quite an eventful month for us here at the floor and for everyone who is trading currencies. We've seen clear flows compared to the month before, where flows were not aligning in our favor or in our most preferred direction. Going into this month, we've seen some interesting events unfold, and we're seeing interest plays and how they've been affecting the currencies market. Right about now, we're going to just be going forward to analyze gold against the dollar, and we'll be looking out for the things we expect to see in today's trading session, both for New York and, of course, for London, which is the session we are currently in. Now, looking at gold, if you remember quite a couple of days ago, we emphasized on this daily order block right here. Okay, and we labeled it a bearish order block where we expected price to trade into and then sell off from. We've been in that sell and we've taken some profits, especially for those who were able to hop on the sell after the analysis. Going forward, we want to see gold selling all the more because there are still some points of interest on the daily time frame that we expect gold to trade to. Okay, looking at the daily time frame, some people might not agree that gold is on a downtrend. However, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, that becomes very clear to everyone. So, for that reason, switching to the 4-hour time frame quickly so that we can see our clear break. All right. So, on the 4-hour time frame, one of the main things that I saw, and I changed my bias for a sell for gold, was this break of structure right here. We had gold create this new all-time high and then break the structure that created the all-time high. We expected a return and did that quite some weeks ago. I think earlier this month, returned back to this breakout block and continue selling to the downside. Now on today's analysis, we want to see gold continue selling since it has also broken the structure and trace back to the other block. We want to see it continue selling because there are liquidities in the form of diagonal liquidities forming around here. We want to see gold take all these levels out. Okay, this is one of the expectations we have for gold. So in line with that, we're going to be drawing our references from lower time frames if need be, so that we'll see further places to take off our sell from. Yesterday was quite a good sell day. At around midday, we started seeing gold sell off. That was somewhere around here, and we enjoyed the sell all the way to the downside. Now, price is in a 1-hour order block, which is a cause for concern, and that is one of the major reasons why gold has been giving some reaction from the early hours of today into the hour currently. We're seeing how gold is reacting from this order block, and I suspect that we might see a quick retracement of gold all the way to a left shoulder that I'm seeing here, indicating that the box pattern may likely play out on gold. Okay, so we might see gold retrace all the way to this level, seeing that there are some reactions that are happening around here. Price took out this old low, traded into this 1-hour order block, and we're expecting a reaction all the way to this level. So quickly, let's look at the 15 minutes time frame, and I also analyze for gold as per our expectation. So you can see the left shoulder is quite visible. Since left shoulder is sweep, break of structure, we're expecting a return back here, and then a sell-off of gold all the way to the downside. So this is one of my expectations for gold. Now, some of you, if you wish, you may want to scalp gold all the way to that high, and I would also advise, if you want to scalp gold all the way to this high, then you should be looking for extra confirmations. You should be looking for as many confluences as possible within the period where you want to start buying gold from. But for today, London session, I'm expecting a gold buy if price doesn't break out that 1 hour order block. So that is the clause. If price doesn't break out that 1 hour order block, we're expecting a gold buy all the way to this high right here. Okay, so that is my expectation for today. And then looking at the buy, we can be looking forward to places where price will buy from. One of the things I would want to see is a clear break of structure. Price will not just start buying blindly. We'll need to see a very clear break of structure before we start joining in on the buy. Or we can look for other extra entry techniques joining on the buy of gold to the upside, and then we'll sell it further downward. So if you see the buy of gold, it's actually a buy to sell. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Now moving on, we'll be looking at the yen basket so that we can analyze yen related currencies. The yen basket has once again gone to create an all-time low. So if you look at that on the monthly time frame, you see that it is creating an all-time low, and we would want to trade it relative to the yen related currency. So the yen basket all-time low, 4-hour time frame, no hope for retracement anytime soon, and same thing as all the other hourly time frame. So we might just see the yen basket continue digging deep to the downside. So instead of just trading the yen basket, now that I know that clearly sentiment on the Japanese side of things is for a bearish yen, I would want to see how I can take advantage of that using other currency pairs that is related to the Japanese yen. Now for GBP JPY, which will be the very first one, I'm looking at some point of interest on the monthly time frame, because if you don't zoom out all the way to the monthly time frame, if you're looking at it on the daily time frame, you think it's creating an all-time high. By the way, the all-time high for GBP JPY is 250 price point. So it's 250 Japanese yen for a pound. That is the all-time high. But currently, looking at what we have on the monthly time frame, I'm looking to see GBP JPY trade at least into this monthly order block. So at any pullback, I will just be buying GBP JPY. This is what I've been doing, and I've said it quite a couple of weeks ago that if you see any pullback on GBP JPY, then you should buy. We're all wondering what's going to happen during the intervention by the Japanese government on the yen, but we saw that that was just an artificial intervention, and nothing really changed with regards to sentiment on the yen globally. So for other currencies, currency pairs, we'll be looking to continue taking long positions on them to the upside. So with this being said, we'll go to the daily time frame. Now on the daily time frame of GBP JPY, I would want to see any sign that GBP JPY is pushing to the upside, and then I'll continue trading it further. All I want to see currently is a pullback that will initiate another buy of GBP JPY. Now, if you look at a couple of weeks ago, we also highlighted this box pattern that we expected to play out on the 4-hour time frame a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately, those chart markups are no longer here, but we could see how that it created a left shoulder, a sweep, went ahead to break structure, then returned to the left shoulder, and now it's fine. So I want to see anything similar to that or any other chart pattern on GBP JPY so that I will be able to take my buys from there. You're looking at what we have currently on GBP JPY. Nothing really clear as to where GBP JPY could trade to, except for this diagonal liquidity that is residing right here. So if I see GBP JPY taking out this diagonal liquidity, I'll be preparing my my buys for GBP JPY. But from where it currently is, this is also a good place to buy, because if you look at it on the 15-minute time, you see that price is actually retracing into an order block right here on 15 minutes time frame. So use that as a good place to enter for a buy. So if you start seeing entry signatures for GBP JPY to the upside, I'll be willing to take that buy and ride it up all the way to the monthly order block. Okay, so one very tricky thing about this GBP JPY buys is that if a swing low is not clear or the swing low is not obvious, I would rather you avoid it at that instance, because if you're looking at the structure is not so favorable that you'll be seeing clear chart patterns all the time. Now, if you look at this, assuming you entered around here expecting the buy all the way to the top, you would have been stopped out. Assuming you entered here expecting the buy all the way to the top, you would have been stopped out. So you'll be seeing a lot of spikes because they are trying to intervene in the currency, stopping it from attaining above 202 price points. And we may not see that hold on for so long. So what I would advise you do is to wait for an obvious pullback. When the pullback is very obvious, then you can take the buy to the upside. Okay, even if you take the buy and you're stopped out, it's still part of the market. You wait for an obvious pullback to the front, and then you can ride it all the way to the top. Very similar thing to what we're expecting on GBP JPY. Is what we're expecting on Euro JPY. Very, very similar. Nothing different. All right. So we're expecting a pullback, a strong pullback, and then a continuation to the upside. Even for Euro JPY, earlier today, you can see that there is a box pattern that is expected somewhere around here. I don't know if price is willing to start pulling off from here, but I still expect it to retrace a little further to the downside before it starts buying to the upside. Now, one of the places I really want to see it trade into is this level right here. Okay, so I'll be satisfied with at least this level right here before price starts running all the way to the upside. So I'm expecting some Euro JPY buys around this level. If not, then if I see good price action from where price currently is, I'll be running off the buys for Euro JPY all the way to the upside. Now, if you're wondering where you can exit your trades from, you can exit your trades from this new daily high that has been formed there. So you'll be getting around 50 pips if you're able to enter the trades from anywhere lower than what we have as the low for the day. If you are very patient, then you can also go for the monthly high, the new monthly high. Now the monthly high on Euro JPY has been taken out. So while trading it, I just remembered, while trading it, you need to apply extra caution, because unlike GBP JPY, there are a lot of highs to be taken out. So for Euro JPY, we're going to be entering a period of price discovery, so that we'll be trading into a new price where we do not have a reference for. So we should need to apply extra caution on Euro JPY while trading it. But still, the bias for Euro JPY is still to the upside, just like we have on GBP JPY. And then lastly, for USD JPY, you can see that we still have very similar thing on Euro JPY, where price is now going to enter a period of price discovery. We had an all-time high sometime in 2022, it was cleared, and then we had another all-time high sometime in 2023, very similar to what we have in 2022. And now in 2024, a new all-time high formed in April, and we've seen that price may actually take out that all-time high. I would love to be in that ride when price is taking out that all-time high. Now, we'll be waiting to see if there is going to be a very obvious pullback on these guys. Then you can now trade it to the upside. But overall, this is a very tricky situation where anyone who's trading yen-related currency needs to apply extra caution while doing so, because overall price is in a period of discovery, except for GBP JPY. That's the only thing that is giving us a clear reference as to where price may possibly trade into. Apart from that, I would rather stay off on these other guys and join the train where I know that there is a destination. Okay. So let's take a few comments and we'll be rounding off our market color for today. Now, Ima says, what area should we be expecting a pullback to? Now for the pullback, because of the price action, I believe you are asking with regards to I believe you are asking with regards to I believe you're asking with regards to GBP JPY or Euro JPY. So please, for clarity, can you please indicate the currency pair you are? Okay, you said on UJ. Now on UJ, we might see pullback somewhere around the 15 minutes time frame. Let's check that out. Okay, so for UJ on the 15 minutes time frame, I'm expecting a pullback somewhere around here because I'm expecting some mitigation, decent enough to retrace into this level. After taking out all these lows, we have diagonal liquidity residing here. Okay, so we have diagonal liquidity residing here, and then we have seemingly equal lows residing here. So I would expect a pullback to take out all these liquidity levels and then trade into this level before we start taking on the buys to the upside and form a new all-time high. I hope that is clear. Okay. Then the next comments from Pips Don't says, almost all EM pairs are having this diagonal liquidity on H1 and M15. CJ, please check CHF JPY. Okay, so let's take a quick peek at CHF JPY. Okay, so for CHF JPY, I'm not expecting the same thing on CHF JPY like I have on GBP JPY and the rest, because one of the ways I love to trade when applying sentiment is I love to pair the strongest against the weakest. Currently, among all safe haven currencies, CHF JPY is looking, CHF actually is looking weak because we're seeing interest rate cuts and it's making it unattractive to investors at the moment. So, however, we're also seeing a very weak Japanese yen. So these are two weak currencies, and we are seeing a result of that as per the range that has been going on since last week. It has been caught up in a range actually, because if you look at this whole level, price has not traded away from it since it got into that level. So there's been quite some range. Others are trending to the upside to form all-time highs but for CHF JPY, we're not seeing that happening in previous days. After this rally, it has been stalling. So if you look at it on the monthly time frame, there's almost no reference. So CHF JPY can just keep stalling for a while until it gets some decent place to trade to. So among all the others, I'll be expecting more pullbacks from CHF JPY compared to Euro JPY, GBP JPY, and USD JPY. So for Euro JPY, I'm looking forward to some sell-off. Okay, and after the sell-off, then we might see some buy. But where price currently is not a good place to trade from. Scalping wise, you may get some good entries and exits from while scalping, but then for long-term trading, there's no clear place or clear direction as to where I think CHF JPY is trading into, except for the retracement that I'll be expecting somewhere around here, 177.552, 177 spot 552 level. So if I'm in a sell of CHF JPY, I'll be willing to sell it all the way to this level. After which I will now watch to see what's going to happen in the market. This could be a play for manipulation and then distribution later on to the upside. However, based on the sentiment of safe haven currencies, I'm not really looking forward to any good trades on CHF JPY until price gives me some leading as to where it wants to go to. But from what I'm seeing currently, we may see something like this on CHF JPY and then clear out to the upside. This is one of the plays we might see on CHF JPY. Okay, I hope that is also clear to you. All right, so the person who is asking for XAUSD, you can watch the replay on YouTube. We've already analyzed XAUSD, so to conserve time, please watch the replay on YouTube. You can go on our YouTube channel, Value Flow Trading Hub, on YouTube, and you'll be able to see our analysis on gold against the dollar. So we have a buy bias and we also have a sell bias, but the play is for a buy to sell. Okay, so there's a box trade on 15 minutes on gold that we are targeting to sell off from, and we're waiting to see good entries on 5 minutes or 15 minutes currently from where it is to buy into that left shoulder and then sell off from that left shoulder. So you can watch the replay on YouTube and see how and the exact places where those things are located in. All right, so that is that for that comment. Okay, so the box pattern attracted me on CHFJ2I, but the sentiment, they are both weak currencies, and this is the problem. Yeah, when you pair a weak currency against a weak currency, you're not going to be seeing good price movements. All right, you're going to be seeing a range when you pair a weak currency against another weak currency, which is what we're seeing on CHFJPY in the past few days, running into a week now. Okay, so I'll rather just wait and see a very clear play, and then I'll be able to trade it. Instead of trading USJPY and CHFJPY, I'll rather go on to look for a GBPJPY play that is even looking more clear than this one, so that I will not get my money stuck, my emotions and psychology stuck in one trade without making tangible progress. Okay. Where exactly should we expect retracement on GEO before entry? So you missed that. Okay. Now this is the thing. When you miss the market color, we always have a very precise timing for our market color. We don't want to make it too lengthy so it doesn't become too boring. So if you miss it, it's always on our YouTube channel. Go to Value Flow Trading Hub on YouTube, and then you can rewind it to any of the sections that you want to, so that you watch it at your own leisure. You can even replay it as many times as possible, and then you'll be able to take advantage of it. So right now it's streaming live on YouTube. You can go there and watch it. Okay, so that will be all for today. I believe all questions have been answered and all commentaries has also been checked out. Okay, until we meet again by 3 p.m. For the New York session of today's analysis, we will be doing a recap from what happened in the London session as per our expectations and analysis. And then we'll also be analyzing for the remaining part of the New York session. Until we meet again, wish you good luck and good trading. Cheers, and God bless everyone.